Okay, so we can start the session now. Let me just share my screen. Here. Screen is shared. It is set. Okay, so today's session, this interaction, is about marketing insights and how marketing insights are used for promotion strategies. This is not a teaching session. This is not when I'm trying to teach you people how to do use marketing, what is marketing, and something like that. I'm just sharing my opinion and my learning with you. I will be covering some theory aspects. Actually, the thing is that I know there's a school of thought that theory and practical are two different things and things like that. But I believe in theory a lot because, especially in management courses, theory has come from the practical experiences. What people or what some practitioners have analyzed that this works and why it is working, depending on the empirical research, the data. They have converted those ideas into models, into concepts, and that is what theory is in management course. So for me, theory is insight. So I'll be sharing those insights, theoretical part with you. Also, the idea is to give a perspective. So when tomorrow we think about the communication strategies, when we think about what the marketing plan we have to make, the promotion plan, then these are some concepts that we have to keep in mind. We have to consider them. These are the things that should not be missed while working on our plan. So, continuing our interaction from here, obviously this session has been organized by CDMC. So digital marketing is the context, but my focus will be on the marketing part of the digital marketing. And that marketing part is mostly promotion part. And in promotion, communication strategy becomes very important. So that will be our focus point here. When we make promotion strategies, the insights actually come from three parameters. And those three parameters are the brand, the customer, and the market. Insights give direction to strategies. Yes, insights, we need information to derive strategies from. And when we talk about these strategies, the key word is the integration. And hence, integrated marketing communication is a very important word. While reading this statement by Don Schultz, for me, very important part to observe is that my cry is to integrate. He's not just saying it aloud or cry is a very strong word. I think he's not happy with the way things are being handled in the marketing world, and that's why the cry is there. Existing approaches presently in place, nothing more. Then again, they are nothing less. So, importance of any particular channel, it depends on time. Obviously, digital has become a very important channel because it is covering a very wide aspect of how consumption is happening today. But when we approach the planning part, when we approach the strategy part, the basic nature of marketing or the thought process doesn't change a lot. We just have to adjust things as per the new channel. I'm very sure when the TV would have come for the first time, I was not born that time. Uh, but for marketers, that would have been the thing. Oh, now the TV has come and now everything will be changed, or what will happen? This is the new thing. Let's make ad, the video ads, how beautiful the video ad is looking. So it was just another channel. It lived its life. Maybe tomorrow there will be goggles. The whole things will be happening with our goggles only. Maybe tomorrow there will be something else. So it still might be called digital, or maybe we will have a different name when the technology improves. So always keep focus on the basics and see where and why the adjustment and the modification we have to do, and then plan accordingly. Integrated word, that's why it's very important. The, how the change is happening is the broadcasting is becoming narrowcasting. Macro promotion is becoming micro promotion. Instead of talking to 10 lakhs of people at once, we can now choose to talk to people in the in pockets of 10,000 or thousands people. Focus channel is becoming multi-channel. A company cannot say that, okay, we will just focus on newspaper because this is the kind of product that we have. We have to be multi-channel because this is how the customer is interacting with the world. This is how the customer is getting information from the world around. And that's why we have to focus on the flexibility and consistency part. Because if we are integrating so many things, we need flexibility to ensure that the operational efficiency is achieved. And we have to be consistent to ensure the effectiveness of communication or the promotion plan is happening. The movie by Andrei Tarkovsky. So what we have in our hand is integration of channels as well as integration of tools. There is online channel, offline channel, there's media, we have advertising, sales promotion, public relationship. The point behind the integration is not to force fit them all, but analyze and consider them all in planning. We have to choose. Okay, the point is made that online cannot be neglected, but what part of online we have to include? If everyone is doing webinars, so should I also start doing webinar? If Instagram is very highly used by people in the world, that we have to be on the Instagram. If everyone is doing sales promotion at this particular point of time, then should I also be doing sales promotion? Or we just don't have to follow everything because everyone else is doing it? That is not the planning. That is not a strategy. That is just following. Followership is a very important word. So to start with, we'll take the example of Royal Enfield. See, they have built the attitude as a word is very important for them. It can be very important. I am from the middle class, but my Enfield gives me royal class. See the website design, the dusky look that they give, and they will always show that a plane where you can see beyond the horizon and you feel like, okay, I should take my bike out for a long drive. They also focus on the sales promotion part, and for the bikers, the kind of bikers Royal Enfield is targeting, the gears are very important. So the helmet, biking gloves, when they are doing promotion in the malls, they are showing the Royal Enfield. The design is very similar to uh, the Royal Enfield outlets, because you interact with this promotion activity in the mall, and if you are the right kind of customer for me and you are going through a road and you see a outlet of Royal Enfield, you should feel like, yeah, I think and I should also visit this outlet. When we are doing activation, the idea, the attitude of customers who prefer to buy Royal Enfield is around the trip, spending time with your bike, and accordingly the whole persona has been built, and that consistency and flexibility I was talking about becomes very important aspect. Now we will start working on the first factor, which is brand. uh, Brand has been romanticized a lot nowadays. Brand is that feeling, brand is that love, brand is that emotion. Let us start with the basic. Brand is an identifying symbol, mark, logo, name, word, sentence that companies use to distinguish. That is how it starts. And that's why when we have this symbol, what it does, it first it represents the product. Whenever we analyze a product, it is very important that we analyze products. The onion model is a very good model that shows the core benefit, generic product, what is expected, augmented, and potential product. I'll take this example of headphones. So core benefit is, from your gadget, you want to listen to sound. I'm not even saying music, you want to listen to sound. Maybe there can be two reasons. One is when there is public around and public doesn't want to get disturbed by whatever you are listening to, the headphone is required. Or when you are moving around and obviously you cannot carry your speaker with you, then again headphone would be required. So for a generic product, sound coming out properly from your gadget is the most important thing. Now with the expected product, We start with the mobility part of it. That is where the convenience of having a headphone starts. If we want to listen to the music, we are mobile, we are outside, there's a lot of noise. We want noise cancellation also. Now we want to improve the sound effects, because a lot of time headphones is being used to listen to the music, and we want to enjoy it. We are using headphone. The augmented product start coming into the picture. I also want to use my headphone when I'm dancing. I also want to use my headphones when cooking, when doing some cleaning work. So the fit becomes very important, because if I'm running, if I'm dancing, then it should not fall off, because then it's inconvenience for us. The fit becomes important. Then the augmented product start. We go up to one more level. What if it is wireless? Then it is even better, because it will provide us a better convenience. We can move without carrying our gadgets. So with a laptop, a wireless headphone can be a very good thing. Even we won't get entangled. A kind of another level of convenience, another layer of convenience has been increased. Then we can even move to the potential product. It is not just a product, it is an accessories. So if it's an accessories, then the design becomes very important. As skull candy and all those new kind of designs. Okay, if I'm wearing blue t-shirt, I want this kind of design. Uh, what is happening with mobile? With mobile, we have mobile covers. What even if with our headphones, we can also have headphone covers. So I can put something here. Today I am feeling like supporting LA Clippers. I can put something here that shows LA Clippers branding, because mobility is important. I am outside. Outside, I'm trying to have an attitude. I'm trying to have a personality which I show through brands. So it's an accessories now. With a lot of option can be open around accessorizing this product that started with provide us sound from our gadget. So this is how when we understand a product, then we can understand how different parts of product can be used in communication, or which product feature is important in our communication to highlight. That is insight that can be very useful. And the second insight is about this consumer based branding. This is actually where the romanticization happens. This is where all the feelings and everything comes. uh, Everything starts with the identity. That's why I say the brand is basically how you can identify the symbol, the logo, and those kind of things. So that is from where the salience starts, and then customer, after identifying the brand, moves to one level where he starts finding the meaning in a brand. Meaning is related to performance as well as imagery. Then customer even moves one level up, and he starts connecting with the brand. That is where the response starts happening. Judgment, feeling, this is good, this is not good, this is masculine, this is feminine, I like it, I love it, I hate it. And finally, when this interaction between a customer and a brand happens, the position of resonance is reached. When we decide, okay, now I love this brand, and this is the brand I will use. Now this is the brand I care about. This is the brand. If I find it, fine. If I don't find it, it doesn't matter. I will take something else. Customer research can be a very important aspect to understand this. I'll take the example of Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Now, it is very important for Red Bull to have that consistency in their brand promotion, isn't it? The kind of persona they are associating with, they have to show it across. If there is that coolness, that uh, being different from what is normal is in the picture, Red Bull is there. So if somebody decides to do skydiving from space, Red Bull sees the opportunity, and Red Bull says, okay, fine, I'll sponsor it, and then does promotion 6 months. Red Bull is the only drink that has a car in F1 race. Coke is a bigger brand, Pepsi is a bigger brand. Why they don't have? Red Bull has, because Red Bull sees the personality connected. if they're underground breakdance competition, if they're underground freestyle football world championship competition, Red Bull says, and that is where Red Bull connects very well with its customer. The bond customer starts feeling because customer sees that the idea or the identification that they have about Red Bull, it is maintained and it is rejuvenated time and time to build that bond between the brand and the customer. So a very high level of loyalty, and actually it is very much true for the Red Bull that loyalty of customers is very high. uh, this is I have actually got it from the net, so I'm not saying this is very accurate, or I'm not saying where it is right or wrong, but that is all. Now see the word non-conformist, how it has been used with the brand salience. It's talking about in resonance, it's talking about the trust, loyalty, and attachment. I think attachment with the community is the end result. Even with the consumer feeling non-conformist, that word has been used for anyone who wants to have an energy boost. Okay, fine, that is brand imagery during, so in a different setting, the settings are very important where you want to have that energy boost. Night to party, play video games during a sport. You see, the settings are defining what kind of attitude we are looking for. Basic product features. So in onion model, as we have seen, that it is not that you directly go to augmented product level. You have to start with the core benefit, the generic product, and then you have to move towards the augmented level. Now we come to the market part. So market is where the interaction is happening between the brand and the customer. When we understand the market, the analysis of environment and competition becomes very important. What is the economical condition? What is the political condition? Competition is direct or indirect? What are the strength and weakness of competition? Is there some kind of entry barrier in the market, and how we have to play it all? So these kind of analysis becomes very important, and to explain it, how the competition and environment can be analyzed, we are taking the example of, let's, real brand. Real brand, you will see in the promotion, they use mother and kids. See, the competition of juice brand is not only with other juice brands. So Tropicana is not the only competition. Competition is also with the tea and coffee and the chaach and lassis, and they have to see that how we have to tackle these competition also. Now they saw that in case of kids, we may not be able to replace competition from the morning breakfast section, but what if we launch the 200 ml pack which can fit in a kid's lunch box? Then we can create our own consumption pattern. And that's why the kids become a very important market for them. After analyzing, after getting insights from the market about the environment, the culture, the Indian culture of what we consume during our breakfast, and the competition, what are the direct competition direct. We cannot replace tea, coffee, lassi and charge that easily from Indian culture. So instead of fighting against them, we try to get another place where we can fit ourselves. So they start working, they have a very strong B2B connect. So they start working on the mocktail, if you will, in flights, in clubs, in restaurants. They have a very strong distribution network. They focus a lot on that, and where they understand they also have to fix their pricing, because now for B2B segment, pricing becomes very important factor. So every plan has to somewhere analyze or get insights from the market, how the pricing, the margin is structured, because now we analyze that this is not our place, and if we have to sell this much of volume, then these are the aspects that we have to cover. We have to cover the B2B segment very aggressively, and to cover B2B segment very aggressively, we have to be very focused on the pricing. We cannot only survive on the 1 liter pack, we also need to focus on the kid segment. The purchase is happening with the mother, so there is no harm in keeping the focus on the mothers also, because if 1 liter pack comes and mother also thinks that juice is the drink, in Indian context, if mother is spending more time at home, that means the chances of consuming juices by mother also increases, isn't it? So showing mother and kids becomes very important for real, because they define that these are our target customer based on the market and competition. And it is very important to use tools in the right way. Not being able to utilize available tools can be very detrimental for a brand. So insights also come from the technology, the changes that are happening in the technology, and a lot of intelligence in the system. So what intelligence CRM system, data analysis, customer feedback is providing, we have to be updated about that. Because if we miss that, somebody else might be looking at it and making the right move. What are the new platforms coming? 1 year back, TikTok was not there. The TikTok came, how the TikTok grew. If a brand could not understand how TikTok can be used, because it has made its presence in the customer segment where I'm interested, then I will lose on the market and somebody else will make the right move and gain the market share. I'll just share some example how we should analyze how the Zoho analyze the changing environment, the ecosystem of business environment changing. More entrepreneurs are coming in the market. The way business is happening is changing. The need of mail suit, the CRM tools and the integration between all of them, how much it is needed. And Zoho comes with a very good solution, a bootstrap company. Zivame analyzed that if internet penetration is increasing, then the pain point of women customer in purchasing lingerie and undergarments can be a very useful business idea. Among all the e-commerce brand that was growing at a time when too many e-commerce companies were coming in the market, Zivame was the most interesting e-commerce platform for me, because their idea about the pain point of a customer that they are addressing. And Zivame will only grow because the more and more internet, the uses of mobile will grow in the tier 2 and tier 3. The problem that they are addressing, their customer base will only grow. The Kalera is a communication platform as a service company, a 700 crore company, which we may not even heard of, a B2B company. They understand what they are making and what kind of then promotion activity they can do. If I see Kalera doing a promotion activity on Instagram, uh, talking about the brand, it may not have the same kind of impact. It's a different kind of company. It's a B2B company. They may be doing some Instagram activity to show what is the working culture of Kalera. Now that's a very different marketing strategy. They're doing it for corporate branding. They're not doing it to gain customers there. To gain customer, to build a better engagement, better relationship with their existing client, they can do something like this, the webinar thing. I take a existing client of mine, I do a webinar with him. That way I'm also promoting my existing client, and the relationship between me and my client is increasing, because my client can see that with this kind of activities I'm also helping them. So tomorrow when I have another product which I have to cross sell, with this better relationship, there are chances, if even with the competition, my chances of selling this product to this existing customer will be very high, because I have built a better relationship with the right kind of promotion planning. And the last part, which is also a very important part, is the customer. Finally, everything that we are building is to provide value to our customer. So analyzing customer, getting insights about customer consumer behavior is very important. We all, I hope, and we should, whoever is in marketing should understand the basic concept of segmentation, targeting and positioning. I'm not getting into that, but I would like to highlight the point that most important thing is to understand that out of all the segments, if a brand, if a company is choosing a particular segment for targeting, then why is that? The real insight for a brand is in that why this target customer has been chosen, and then how this target customer is getting positioned. This what becomes the next important thing in the insight part. So I'm taking two examples here, the Chlormint and the Centro. See, with the Chlormint, what is the target customer? Is it defined with the age? Is it defined the, okay, maybe we can define the male because pawn shop females are not going, but even if women are also going to pawn shop, Chlormint also targeting to them, because the real target, the real positioning of Chlormint is not around a demographic profile of customer, sorry. It is around a setting. In a pawn shop, if you're going, you don't have chutta, you can take Chlormint. The setting of the ad, the dialogues that have been used in the ad, and in some fun manner, so that the idea gets stuck in your mind because it's fun. So you don't have the resistance against the idea. And Centro entered the Indian market. Actually, they started with Shah Rukh Khan. In India, most of the people love celebrating endorsement. But that idea of family car remains intact from 1998 till today. Centro is their entry into the Indian market. It is the first car of not the segment, the demographic profile also becomes important for Centro. It's a first car for a targeted demographic profile of Indian family in middle class. They talk a lot about features in their end. And if you will see their first ad, the dog is barking, irritating. I don't know who was irritating more, Shah Rukh Khan or the dog. But the final sentence of the dog, final sentence came of Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, yes, it's a family car. Family car, this idea from 1998 till today has not changed. The Shah Rukh Khan is no more with the brand. He's not the brand ambassador anymore. But the idea of Centro being the family car is still there. They're still promoting. And they have to incorporate the same idea even in their delivery model. So when that family is coming to take the Centro car from the showroom, the kind of fanfare will be there. It has to be very apt because it's a great feeling. And with Centro, Hyundai is also making entry into the mindset of Indian families. Maybe next time when I can buy a better car, why not another Hyundai? Whenever we're talking about the customer, it is very important that we see that a particular product category is coming into the high involvement category or low involvement category. That is a very important aspect to understand insight very clearly. The moment we lose the idea of it is high involvement or low involvement, then the insight, just believe me, it is incomplete. Even that is how I have taken in this example also. The Chlormint is a low involvement category. Beyond a point, I don't want to put a lot of effort in understanding and analyzing the product category, how it is made, so what is inside it. No, I just take it, I experience, I enjoy it, so I can buy another time also. I'm liking it. But that is not true with the car. And that is why, see, in this setting, in this ad, the information is complete with a Chlormint, that box, you can see a jar, and the pawn shop. But with the Centro ad, there's a call to action also, there's a price mentioning also, because there are information. Even if I understand, okay, it's a family car, I need more features. I need information about more features. Leg space कितना है, पीछे luggage space कितना है, what kind of offers are there. So those things become very important. So we cannot lose the sight of high involvement and low involvement product category when analyzing during our insight session. And also consumer behavior is very important, I'm sure. So I'm just putting it as we have discussed the market and environmental condition, the motivation, perception, learning, memory, they all become very important. And we need to have an understanding of all these things when we are building insights for our promotion strategy. The buying decision making process. High involvement, low involvement becomes very important. How much time we are going to spend, and based on how much category is important for us, how much information from various sources we are willing to gather. I'll take this example of toothpaste. So this is on x-axis I have put health, on y-axis the cosmetic. So you will see from close up to Colgate to Oral-B, Dant Kanti, Sensodyne, the Toothpaste are moving more towards the health and less towards cosmetic. Close-up is about cosmetic. See the packaging also. The packaging is talking about fresh breath, two people very close, ready to kiss. The Colgate, the packaging changes. The close-up has very bright colors, celebrating colors. The Colgate is moving more towards the health segment, less on the cosmetic side. It still talks about whitening teeth. So teeth is showing. The Oral B start getting more towards health segment. Oral B product category product wise is closer to Colgate as a competitor. Then Dant Kanti. Sensodyne is by pharma company. It is completely towards health. It is not about cosmetic. They don't talk about whitening of teeth only. They talk about the protect, repair. See how the word is changing. Repair and protect. Dant Kanti is on the, you understand, the herbal side of things. Trying. So let me also share a close-up story with you. I'm not very sure if that story is documented. It is one of my observation. When close-up initially started promoting the brand in the Indian market, what they did, they adopted the same promotion idea which they were running around the world. Close-up was about kissing the young generation. When they did it in India, they actually got Salman Khan and Alisha Chenoy as brand ambassador. Very young Salman Khan and Alisha Chenoy going around with the close-up idea, haha, all those things, but it didn't work very well. They were not able to get the market. They were not able to capture the market share. And you will see that after 4 or 5 years in their ad, they started showing newly wed couples instead of showing two young bachelors. Even the setting were inside the house where in the initial ad, these two young couples were having fun outside. But now the setting was some function is happening and newlywed couples. Yes, the close-up. Because purchase decision was in late 80s and early 90s in India, how the purchase decision, how the buying behavior of a toothpaste was, it was not like that every person in the house was going out to purchase his or her own toothpaste. Mom was going out to purchase toothpaste for everyone. So actually your communication was happening to mom. Idea of close-up is fine, but you were communicating it to mom and mom was choosing Colgate or some other toothpaste brand because they were not concerned about if my young children will be more comfortable kissing their boyfriend and girlfriend with the Colgate, with the close-up. So we have to consider all these aspects, these insights. If we don't consider and we will simply adopt, like in case of close-up, we are running this promotion activity outside, so why not in India also just adopt? No, we have to understand Indian market, customer here, their insight, their psyche, and they changed it. Now it is fine with close-up. Now they can again show the young bachelor because uh, the market has changed. Now there are so many bachelors living in cities, various cities away from their hometowns, and now they are buying their own toothpaste. So maybe yes, close-up can again go ahead with this positioning. So that is the thing. I'll just come back to the part of the integration. The people derive meaning from the totality of a set of stimuli rather from any individual stimulus. So that is how the integration is happening. Because it is not like I'm showing one stimuli at one channel, at one place, at one time, another at another channel, another time. Because then customer is not uh, deriving the information correctly. That is why integration becomes important. That is why how we are integrating becomes very important. How we are maintaining flexibility without compromising on the consistency part. Are we taking care of all the insights properly without missing anything? Because totality is more important, not a single idea. Movement marketing is very good, maybe because it can create a buzz, but is it producing result? Required result is getting produced or not? I saw close up, I liked it, but I'm not going out to buy the close up, the toothpaste. My mom is going to buy. I will just use whatever toothpaste is coming into my house. I'm not going to rebel in late 80s and early 90s that I just want close up. So we need to understand that part when we are deriving communication strategies. And learning with association and reinforcement is very important during the communication, because this is how we learn the human behavior. There are concepts, cognition theory, behavioral theory. The association becomes very, that is why the celebrity brand endorsement is very important. The nostalgia, the why we like, why many brands, the spice brands talk about maa ke haath ka khana, because that is where nostalgia lies. It is not that, see, we all like our maa ke haath ka khana because it has a nostalgic effect. It has developed the taste preference, because this is how we have understood what taste is about. And brands are using that thing, the culture part, reinforcement, the positive and negative. If you will do this, then this good thing will happen with you, can make you move towards a certain brand. If you will not do this, then this bad thing will happen to you, can make you go and start using a particular brand. So for example, if you will not wear helmet, accident will happen, so you should wear helmet. But then even traffic road or the government realizes that this is not working very well. The lifestyle part becomes very important there, telling me that if you're not wearing helmet, I'm always safe because I drive well, I know how to drive my bike. But when they start talking to the parents, so they tell parents that if your son or your daughter is not wearing helmet and something happens to them, then it will be very bad. Now now they start talking to parents. When you are gifting the first bike or scooty to your son or daughter, then why you should not also gift a helmet along with it. Purchase is not with the son or daughter, why not shift the purchase to parents? And that is how the association reinforcement can work very well. This is how we learn. The parents learn very fast when you give them the negative reinforcement. What bad will happen? What bad can happen with your children if they won't wear helmet? One very good example for this association and reinforcement for me is the parlay ji. बचपन से बड़ा कोई स्कूल नहीं, क्यूरियोसिटी से बड़ी कोई टीचर नहीं, आओ बनाए कल का जीनियस. Ultimate song by Piyush Mishra, how they integrated everything, Born with Ruskin, My Kid is Genius, Parley G for Genius, the Future Genius website. And again, who is the customer? Parent is the customer. Parents associate that, okay, my child, for every parent, uh, their children are genius, their children are beautiful. When we are talking to them, connecting Parley G ka G with genius is a very good strategy. But at the same time, they focus on a particular value part. बचपन से बड़ा कोई स्कूल नहीं, क्यूरियोसिटी से बड़ी कोई टीचर नहीं. The idea, this slogan, which is not used by any other confectionery brand or biscuit brand promoting biscuits, suddenly provide the differentiation. It builds a very strong association with the ideas and the ambition of a parents with the child. And then how they play around it, how they engage parents with so many activities online and offline to have the strong association built for longer duration. So that is how insights are used. That is how they are used in promotion planning and communication strategy. Uh, as I told, the idea was to give perspective of different points which we have to consider when making the communication plan. But finally, marketing being a very intangible thing, and sometimes everyone knows marketing. So yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. Or maybe not.